Hey everybody, my name is Eric. I'm making a game. That game is called the Godkiller. And I'm seeing right now on the camera view that this hair shaved down on mine is really terrible. I shaved it down, but it's not good stuff if I'm honest. I'm perfectly honest. And anyways, I'll talk less about my hair. Let's talk about the game. What is it? It's a adventure game. You solve puzzles in it. There's a big story to it. You're born into the afterlife, and God meets you, and He says He's got a big plan for you. But immediately, you do something that is exactly what He asked you not to, and it puts you in conflict with Him. And He's kind of a jerk. In this game, God is kind of a jerk. So. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit Alice in Wonderland type of a feel to it. You've got this woman who you're playing who is just born into this strange world and doesn't know what the rules are. Okay, so where are we at with it? I have recently completed all of the casting for the actors that do voice and sing songs in it, and there's quite a few people that got cast here. This is maybe 54 parts and 40 actors. I didn't try too hard to reuse actors from multiple parts. I might do more of that in the future, particularly because there were a bunch of very small parts that I paid maybe $10 or $20 for. Hey, Frightlow. And there's this idea that you want to pay people a minimum when they do a session. So even if they only have a couple of lines to record, just the hassle, the overhead of that engagement is worth some minimum amount. And typically it's somewhere between $25 and $50 in the level of expertise, and they call it the middle tier in the indie pay guide. I'm so inarticulate this morning. Anyways, I might try to bundle up more acting parts together in the future so that somebody has maybe one larger role, but then like a bunch of little extra lines and stuff that they can do, so that I can respect people's minimum session times better. But the casting's gone really great. There's a lot of really good people that were cast here. A lot of it's already recorded. Some of it's in the game, the audio. No COVID. I just cough in the mornings a little more than at other times. Okay, so I'm also working with Isak Lima to get finished character models for the game. Now, he completed all the character models I asked of him, but I found that there was something that we could do that would make them look better inside the game. So I'll pull up Unity and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to use this session to create a small self-contained Unity project that I can send to Isak that has enough stuff in it that he can see what his creations will look like with the shader and everything going. But I'll show you the problem that we're going to solve. Okay. So we got this shader. It's making outlines around all the edges. It's, I don't know, I forget the term for it. Image shader, camera shader. What it does is it takes the texture that is generated by a camera, and then it changes that texture. So that texture will have like the entire output that's going to go onto the screen. That's the how you get these lines to be applied to everything in a certain way. So the only issue is on these character models, they've got extra lines. Congrats for getting your second dose there. You might turn into a zombie. I don't know. There's no guarantees about anything. Yeah, I got mine. I didn't get AstraZeneca. Hey, Cicada. I just noticed you right there. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. Anyways, I figured out how to get rid of these lines. It's just smoothing. But since Isak put together the character models, the easiest thing is for me to let him perform the smoothing. That puts like a number of surfaces in a smoothing group, and then she will have boobs that are kind of like nicely shaded without little sharp parts there, and this guy will have, this will not be a line here, it'll be kind of like a smooth gradation between those points. A nice thing about that technique is that I can choose which lines are going to still be present. So if I like a line to be right here in the middle, I just don't include that in the group of surfaces that makes up one shading group. So what I'm doing in this session is I'm going to create kind of a stripped down version of my project that I can send off to Isak, but it'll still have like it'll have the camera with the God, I've been out of Unity for a while. I'm missing like my normal vocabulary. It will have the camera with the what do you call it? Player cam. All the post-processing layers and stuff on it. And it'll have the custom shader that I wrote. You can just do, Verd. Are you talking about Blender? What group are you talking about? What software are you talking about? Yeah, it's like I've seen two ways of doing it in Blender, but my point is that this other guy is going to do it because he's got all the models and the Blender files and everything, and it saves me time. I'm not really up on Blender at this point. So I'm just going to make him a little Unity scene that's got all the stuff in it that he needs to see what the end result would be when he imports his models into the game. And also, I think he's too proud to admit that he might have lost the models that he gave me, or some of them, or he might have a hard time finding them. So I'm going to do him a favor and let him save face and just give him all the same models back in this scene. Okay, so let me think. What's the best way to do this? I did create a project something like this already. I might just reuse it. Let me see. Because I went on vacation and I had this project that I just created just for vacation. I didn't have all my stuff in it, so maybe that is one I want to use. Let me see if I can find that. I should close this. It's got spoilers. Okay, projects. Add a project. What was it? Coeur d'Alene. That was the one. Went off to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho for a lovely COVID vacation. You want that version, but I bet I can upgrade you with no comeuppance. I'll just take the latest one I happen to have installed. Alright. Yeah, let's do it. upgrade. It's weird though, because I feel like I've got a whole different set of things loaded into my head right now, and not so much all the Unity stuff. Yeah, I never like brought all these assets into to my main project. At some point, I do want to. I might use this for like a sequel title. I made like these wooden beams, and it's like a kit. You can lock them all together different ways. Looks like I just lost my connection between my broadcast server and my work computer. Let me start that again. Yeah, I can see that you're looking at old video over there. Okay, so now you can see the video that I was looking at. This is a project I kind of took over on vacation. But yeah, I'm rusty with Unity. I definitely am. I don't need to give them all this stuff, but it's kind of nice to just look at it again. I think I put it away about a year ago. Spiral staircases are kind of hard to get right unless you've got something automatically generating them. I like this texture, this thatch texture. Anyways, let's stop being self-indulgent about this. This is for later. So I do have the outline shader here. I do have the post-processing. I think I do. Looks like I got it. Let me double check. There's some kind of post-processing. I don't know if it's exactly the same. Yeah, okay. Color grading, depth of field, good. Okay. There's the outliner. Oh, I got some little script there to play with the camera. Okay. Alright, this is probably a good basis to send over to him, though I don't want like all this stuff there. So let's just make a copy of this whole thing, and then I'll make some alterations to it. Okay, so close this. I might as well close this guy too to just save a little memory. I work on my game on all my vacations every single day. That's why I've got one called Coeur d'Alene. I guess a few other ones I just already imported them. I have every single day, 418 days in a row. Worked on it when I had post-vaccination flu. Wow, that's not a real serious illness. Alright, so let's call this ESOC Playground. Then I know I'm going to want to move some characters over there. So let's just pop up another finder. The convention I always try to follow is put the newer thing or the destination thing on the right, and then I get less confused about copying files around. Well, wait, did you just check into a hotel room with hookers and blow? And I mean, I hope if you lost your streak, I mean, you did something awesome to break it. Man, if I'm gonna break my streak, I'm gonna have a fun time. There might not be hookers and blow, maybe just half of those things. Okay, so then I want to take this would be a nice test to see if I actually did a good job of moving all the references to different things underneath these prefabs, because I'm just gonna copy them all over, and if I organize them correctly, then they will work inside of the new project. But probably there's a few references to other materials and FBXs and stuff that are in other directories that need to be moved underneath. So I'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll move these creatures off into the new project, and then I'll also get some insight to see if any of them are actually not self-contained underneath. Alright, so then let's come over to the ESOC Playground project and see what it looks like. Alright, let me just clear out some of this junk, since it doesn't need to be here in this project. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave this stuff here. ESOC can do whatever he wants to with it, which is probably nothing at all. Okay, these the thumbnails at least are showing up right. Okay, here's the beard. Just put all these people right out where they can be seen. And here's one where we did the smoothing. So this other guy that comes on the stream, Ian, he modeled this bird, and we did smoothing groups on some but not all of the surfaces, or he might have done vertexes. Thank you. Or I should say, let's pass that thanks on to Ian. I think he did pretty great. Then, like, you know, I like the line right here for the dividing the beak, and I like the lines on the talons, because talons, they look all craggy, you know. So I just left those. Or I should say, Ian left those. He did that by creating multiple smoothing groups. Also, I think we've got around the white part. It doesn't matter. Anyways, you get the idea. So before it was kind of all like this, with all these little lined parts around it. So I'll leave this here as kind of like an example to Isak of the end effect we're going for. Let's stick the rest of our characters out here. This looks kind of like playing with my G.I. Joes, but better. Especially commissioned G.I. Joes. I had some part of their design in. I'll leave her out for now. Okay. So all that, let me put some kind of decent light on these guys. Sometimes I just can't find where the fuck the light is, and I just turn the intensity way up just so I can find it. Alright. Yeah, it's just me playing with my dolls over here. Is it 2? There we go. Alright, and maybe let's put the camera over here. I know now why I want to leave all these things here, even though they have nothing to do with Isak's job. It's sort of for me to give the justification to him. This is why we have the outline shader, because it makes stuff like this look good. So I don't want to take the outline shader off. That's why we're doing all the work to fix up the smoothing here. Okay, where's the friggin' camera? I'm looking for it. Main camera. Okay. Okay, put the camera there. Okay, save this, and I just want to rename it to something that makes more sense. So let's. Do I have another scene here? Sample scene. Okay, let's go over there. And while I'm in a different scene, I'll come back and rename the other one. Now, I'm thinking a little bit harder right now about is there anything special I need to do to send this to him, other than just zip it all up. I know I've copied over Unity projects to my other computers that way. I'm just thinking about it a little bit further. Am I missing anything if I send this to him just as a zip file? I've never made a Unity package. Maybe that would be the nice way to do it. Is that hard to do? Alright, I'll keep it simple. I'll just zip it up. Call it good. Let's see. Now I'm just looking through, see if I've got anything that's sensitive to send to him. I don't think I do. That's good to know. That's good to know. All right, we will do that. Okay, let's close this up. I think I got it. Just make sure, where am I? Yeah, I'm in the right place. Okay. This, I think I can just delete that. Yeah, I'll leave it, just in case. Alright, that should do it. Let's zip it, see what the size is. Yeah. I deleted the contents of library. You think it's better to just delete the directory? It's probably the same thing, right? Well, you're saying that the way you know works is just delete the library directory. So maybe the other way works, but you definitely know deleting the library directory doesn't cause an issue. Okay. Finder's acting really weird these days. It's like it's got all these little delays when you do something and it looks like you haven't done the thing, and then a moment later, yeah. Okay, just to finish up a piece of private business, sending the zip file to Isak. I will momentarily just be in big stupid head mode here. Going off to Gmail. Ooh, private secret Gmail. And we'll say, Isak, here is a stripped, let's see, I'm trying to pick words that are easy for him to run through a translation program and figure out the meaning. So Isak, here is a minimized version of my project. It includes the shader and also all of the creature prefabs I've received from you. Let's say creature assets I've received from you. There's some other stuff in there too that you can ignore. Hopefully it is not confusing and helps you. Let's see. Okay, then let's try attaching this bad boy. Okay, let's go to Godkiller Ball. Okay, that's 73 megabytes. It's going to convert it to like a Google link, Google Drive link. I'll send this email in a minute. I'll switch back to my work screen after that. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sent, and back to work view. I have not thought about what to do with the rest of this session. What is the best use of my time here? So the voice actors have everything they need right now to finish recording. It won't be done until it's released. Let me think. I think I want to pick like one, like a bug fix or something to do. I've got plenty of bugs. Let's go look at the Discord. By the way, if anyone is watching this and wants to go onto the Discord server, I'm going to drop an invite link into the chat here. Got a pretty nice little community here. It's not a bad place to hang out. No limit. Let them all in. Anyone. It's just, I mean, it's just, I'm not that worried that I'm gonna get crashed by a bunch of assholes or something. Maybe I should be. But I've just always been able to deal with those kinds of things in the past, so why wouldn't I be able to do that now? Alright, so let's go over to Twitch. There we go. And Cicada, if you go on there, because you helped me solve some different problems, I will give you special dev team role if you want. Let's see. There we go. There's Cicada. All right. Not everybody gets this. It's okay. So I go over to this channel that only dev team people have access to, and there's quite a few bugs. I've been marking them with either bug or panda. Panda means it's like a feature or something I don't absolutely have to fix. Let me look through some of these. Actually, I'll try to do an older one first. Okay, so here's where maybe I didn't fix all of the bugs up until this point, but I did fix quite a few, and if I keep going up I won't see too many more, so I'll go with the other direction. Okay, so this that looks a little tricky to get into in a shorter session. Okay, let's go fix up this this level. A few things in it. Some just level design bugs to fix. If anybody's worried about spoilers, this is going to be a spoiler. It's a level that's towards the last 25% of the game. Okay, where is my Unity? Let's open up GK. There's this guy Robobob, who's a great tester. Is really good because he doesn't fall prey to the expectations of the level. He doesn't look at it and say, well, clearly the intended solution is that I would do this work over here. He just ignores that and just hacks his way through like whatever failings I've got inside the level and exposes them all. He's frustratingly good at it. Okay, Quinzo's laboratory. So the first thing you noticed is that this guy is not blocked and can be moved. Yeah, I'll just play it. Let's see, what was the other thing? God dang it. This stupid drop in flame. Okay. Okay. So the thing that you were supposed to be forced to do was break open this formation so that you could rotate this guy. But it's simple enough to just rotate the opposite direction and you get the same benefit. Alright, so what's the best way to prevent that? I mean, I could put another letter gate over here that spells 1, and that would also be closed. And it's probably the best way to do it. I could put one block here, or one obstacle here. like a wall or something, and that would make so you can't continue to rotate in this direction, and that would mean you have to be able to rotate it clockwise. I think that's a more subtle way to mess that. That's a more subtle way to enforce the intended solution. Let me try that. I'll make sure the puzzle works with that in place. Okay. Let me fix the materials so that they match the decor. Metal grid wall. Bam. Okay. Did he have any other bugs on Quinzos? This isn't the very best way to organize bugs. It's kind of a fun, simple way to enter the bugs and note them. But as far as being able to see, okay, what are all the bugs for this particular level? What are the high priority bugs, the ones with greater severity? What are the ones I could let go? I do miss having like a ticketing system. Yeah, have you been using it for like project work as opposed to game community stuff? Yeah, my feeling is it's not 100% the best tool for all those kinds of like work communication type things, but there's enough energy in the people that are involved in Discord that it's a pretty useful sort of people base for a lot of things. So I ran this audition casting call over the last month. I set up this page with instructions here, and it had links to all the parts. Each part was one channel. People post their auditions underneath the part description at the top of the channel. I went over to 2 other Discord servers and posted a little advertisement about it. God damn, this has like been the best casting call I've ever done. Everybody jumped in. It was fun. We talked about what we were doing. People talked amongst themselves about giving compliments on other auditions and stuff like that. It's not like the most efficient way, just looking at like the software to do it, but in terms of like keeping energy up and keeping good attitude and spirit about everything, it's really good. Looking forward to running a beta through it. This thing I've been calling an alpha, but a beta is more like, at least in modern game terminology, is more just like you put some kind of demo out there and people go download it, maybe get excited about it, and maybe report some bugs to you, but don't hold your breath or don't like expect high quality bugs. But yeah, I'm just a I'm a real Discord believer these days. I'm not someone who instantly likes any kind of social media thing. I've got hate for most of them. Okay, let's see. I didn't see anything else. Anything else for this particular level. I might be able to fix the drop fling problem in a general way. That would be very nice. But let me first see if I fix this one bug. Okay. You basically need one of the spokes on the axle to be pointing south, and that would allow you to come over to here. But not going to get there if this guy's closed. So that should fix that. Now I can push that there. I don't think I need it ever to come this way. I think that's far enough. I have to redo the formation so I have someplace to land. Is that true? I think Ryan was showing me that that wasn't true. I think you could just go like that. Yeah, because you've got like the wall over here to catch you. It would make a more interesting puzzle if you couldn't just fling over like that, if you had to use the one letter gate here. Yeah, because Ryan, Robobob, that's his handle. He just circumvented all the cool stuff I wanted him to do in the puzzle. Like he was off at the exit in 10 seconds. Okay. So I do want to fix that. So I could do that by putting spikes over here. So that you just die if you fling off that way. If it's not too hard, it would be preferable to move this wall over a little bit so you just land on the ground. Let me take a look. It might be like just so much redoing of level models that, yeah, it probably is going to be that way, because I've got like this hallway over here that is just one wide, everything's built around it. To move this over means maybe a half hour of redoing geometry. I don't want to. So let's do it the easier way that is less subtle. That's the only disadvantage of this way. If I put the spike on the wall, then it's the kind of thing that somebody looks at and they say, okay, there was some reason why the designer put spikes there, and it kind of maybe gives away a few things. Oh, thank you. All right. So you can walk underneath it, no problem. You can do that, no problem. You got to move this into position, and then you could try to be a smart guy and fling across, but you hit the spikes. Okay. but let's see, you can do this instead. Now that the axles are in the right position, like that, hit that, okay. You can still come over here. Oh, I'll die if I go there. Okay. So I need tone to be spelled, but I need these axles to be rotated 90 degrees clockwise so that I can fling over on this side. Martin, Lovable Rogue. Good to see you. Doing some bug fixing on some levels. Now that I've changed this puzzle, I have to verify it's still solvable. It's definitely quite a bit harder now. Yeah, wearing a lot of hats. It's the indie thing to do. Yep, coming up on it. So all the audio that we've been creating with all the actors' performances, I want to get that into like the first maybe 10 levels of the game, and then that'll be representative of what the final game is going to be like, and then I'll start a beta, and so that should happen very end of July. 60 levels. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. Like Portal 2 had 100 levels. A lot of them though were just kind of like you walk through a hallway and a robot guy talks to you for a little bit. Well, yeah, draw's a thing. If you like puzzles, it's a real good thing. If you don't like puzzles, I tried to make this one just a little more accessible than Drawd. Well, I wasn't trying to be mathematically on point, but yeah, I guess maybe there's some overlap with some math stuff. I don't know much about math, to be honest. Kind of like at the high school level with it. Yeah, it's definitely a unique game that speaks to a certain set of people. Let me see how to solve this guy. So if I move. Well, we got some in there. We got some. There's some. Quite a few achievements, like like on Steam, there's little challenges and things. Yeah. These viewpoints, some of them show interesting things when you step on them. But yeah. Alright. Have I ever solved it in this particular way? Because it's giving me a little bit of trouble to think through it now. Maybe the trick is to move in a different configuration. Okay, I think I got it. So if I just take this guy here. Okay. And I need to spell 2. Here. We all get to hear a silly song in a moment. Billy gets upset. Get out. So then you back off, and he'll start his song again.
I've been waiting while they're hating all the ways I'm better than them, anticipating a very great thing. My moment when I ascend, the flower blooms, the butterfly emerges, the lover grooms, the geyser surges. If there's a time for them, then I ask you when. When is it time for me?
That's Billy. Alright, so I think I did fix that one problem. So go look at the other problem. So the thing that Ryan was able to do was kill Quinzo by flinging against the wall and dropping on top of him. My timing's got to be right though. Okay, this'll do it. So I've got code that says if you would do something that would immediately kill another creature and you're in this pacifist mode that M has, that would stop you from doing that. But the problem is this is kind of like a chain reaction of events. Your immediate fling doesn't kill anyone, but your fling and then dropping down the second thing is what kills the person. So I'm thinking I should write an extra check for that and have it prevent the flings from happening. All right. I'll show that I was able to fix this. Yeah, there we go. So this means I'm going to be writing some code. Like with a little bit of luck, I should be able to get this done in a couple hours. All right. So Martin, I don't know if you're still on, but all of the lines in the script, they were first in code like this. So they were in the game as text, and then I ran this little utility that would generate those scripts based on this. Alright. So let us do a pocket design. Trying to get an idea of what functions are already existing here, so that I can write out my design to incorporate that. Okay, so there should be something that gets called to check if you can fling or not. Okay. So it's right here. So I have this thing that finds the fling path. Number one. Change find fling path to receive extra This already feels like a bad design, so I'm just going to write it out for good brainstorming. Would rather have find fling path be not have this sort of side effect functionality. It's got a good simple name. I just don't want to mess with it, so I'll just put the functionality in a separate function, I think. So in fling if player is in pacifist mode, would fall on creature. This is the way to do it. And also, it doesn't seem like it's going to be 2 hours of work. It seems like it's going to be 30 minutes of work. And if returns true, treat as blocked. Okay. Number 3, same as number 2, but put would fall on creature. Let me look at my existing modules to see where a good home for this function would be. Board analysis util. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. Also, this is not being used. I'm going to delete it. You can always go back and get and find things if they were important. Yeah, so board analysis tool, and let's not have it be wood fallen creature, just say is creature in fall path. I kind of like wood fallen creature. Some simplicity to it. Wood fallen creature. Okay. So be board. CRH. Fall from CRH. Okay. That's going to be number 3. So let's combine this. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Piece is, I think it's got to be yeah. What do they call it? Wood fallen creature. Okay. Let's see. Trying to look at my data structure and see how I figure out what the last square is in the fling path. Okay, traversed. When it's traversed, it's just a list. It's public. Now I'll just make an accessor for it. I don't want to use link. Okay. I guess. Let's make this a little more readable. Cool. Okay, so then let's make wood fallen creature. I suppose how to do that. Okay. While something. Make the X a condition later. Okay. CRH minus minus. So we're going to go down and see what's beneath us. So there's two things that should cause me to exit from here. One is there's a creature, and the other one is that I find a floor. So let's start with finding where the floor location is. Board heights, get land floor. There we go. CRC, search R. What's the last one? Is it a ref or is it just a... let's just do this. Okay, we say that while H is greater than land height, we're above the floor. As long as we're above the floor, we will check for creatures. If board get CRH, gotta check this piece. Was born there. Okay. I could just do this. Okay. If we get through all the way to the floor, return false. Yeah, I think that's fine. Went back to Fling Util. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Give it a 51% chance of working first time. That's not bad. That works. That works just fine. Okay. Well, that's happy making, because I thought that was going to be hard. I thought it was going to be a tough thing to do. And, no. Quick and simple. It's a problem, too, with when you're reading bugs, and there's a lot of them coming in. You've got other stuff you need to do besides fix bugs. Like, it makes me write kind of... Maybe it makes me think and write things that are a little bit pessimistic about what I'll be able to fix. And I had done that on this, and I thought, like, maybe this is something that's going to take a couple days to fix. I don't know if I'll get to it, but the truth is it wasn't that hard to fix. Okay, where? I need to fix this one. This actually fixes a number of bugs. So I'm going to shut down the stream fairly soon here. I'm just doing a little bit of housekeeping. So I'll start saying my goodbyes now to anybody who's on the stream. Let's see. Okay. All right, that's it. That's a stream. I got something done that was supposed to be hard, and it wasn't hard, so I'm happy. All right, I don't know who's still on, who's lurking. Thanks for joining in any case, and I will catch you later. Stopping the stream. Stopping the stream. Stopping it. Stopping the stream. Now.